Alright, let's get y'all on window. I am in the editor. I am Oldman102 on YouTube and 1022 with the extra 2 just for Twitch. Alright. Decided to put a last minute road along the tracks. So it's a dirt road, it doesn't need to be pretty. But we're just going to get it in. Hope everyone is doing well today. The house, I don't know how long I'm going to stream. It may not be long. The house is quiet at the moment, but probably not for long. So I just thought I'd jump in, show you all some of the progress. I have these fields painted in, but I don't have any of the trigger markers in yet. So I'm going to get this. We've got a long way to paint this road in. It's got to come all the way around the railroad tracks and then back out to the other road. Haven't had much time to work on. Well, I haven't worked on this map all week. I had a bunch of real life stuff going on. So we'll see how far we get today. But yeah, we're going to get the field markers in next, and then I just have a ton of grass to paint. It even bores myself when I have to paint all that grass in. But I'll zoom out here in a second. I'll show you a couple of the new fields I have painted in. I'll take this. I just want to get this around the corner, and then I can paint this up when we put these last few fields in. Continue this down to the road along here somewhere. But I have, like I said, these are painted in. I just don't have any of the field markers in yet. So a couple long skinny fields back here. This is going to be a mess. This is probably the biggest field so far. And then 2 more fields up near where this other, right about here where the mountain is on the red. There's another road that runs off the edge of the map. And then I think I'm going to do 2 fields along here. And then we'll get all the field markers in. And then it's just a couple hours of painting grass, unfortunately. But when I get this section done, this corner of the map, once it's all complete with all the grass and trees and foliage, I'll call the map about, I don't know, 65 to 70% finished. Still have the AI traffic splines are in. I still have the AI splines to put in. A couple pedestrian splines to put in. And then all the cell points. They shouldn't take too long because I can pull all the XMLs out of the other map. So it's just getting the triggers in and getting the XMLs registered. The AI splines are going to be a pain. It'll take me probably a full day to get all the AI splines in. Probably should have taking this a little bit closer to the train tracks. I may change this up real quick. Yeah, I'm coming out way too far. Let's pull this back a little bit. Yeah, stay a little bit closer to the tracks. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this back all the way, probably. And let's see if we can keep it a little bit closer. The problem is when I get this far away with the camera, I don't get a really good clean line. It just sort of jumps and skips. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better. Now if I can keep it that way. Without coming out too far. And I have the other railroad silo triggers to get in and working also. I did get a factory built this morning and sent off to Dixie for testing. Now, do I have a dirt road coming up between these two fields? I don't remember. It'd be nice to get a train crossing in somewhere down here in the middle. I have a feeling I'm going to be painting a couple more rough roads in. Yeah, nothing exciting today. It's just fields, roads, dirt roads, and grass. And I'm getting away from the tracks a little bit. Yeah, I can't paint a straight line. I can't draw a straight line. My daughter's the artist. She didn't get it from me. And then the other side, well, that last quarter of the 25% of the map, I think we're going to have just some couple of like massive Wild West type fields. Yeah, see, I can't paint far away. It just skips and jumps and hops. So unfortunately, you got to keep moving the camera. Oh, I did have a dirt road coming out. Perfect. So we'll get another train crossing put in. Thought I had a dirt road coming up between those fields. So somewhere about here we'll have this join in. And we'll have a train crossing there, so it doesn't have to be super neat. did turn my mic on? Yeah, I did turn my mic on. Alright. That's right. I recorded, I got home from work and I was really tired, but the house was quiet. So I think it was Thursday. And I figured I had just enough time to get a video recorded for YouTube. And it was the series I have going on the FS22 No Man's Land map. And I got the game fired up. I made sure my mic was on, and I'm sitting there playing for 40 minutes and talking to myself, and 40 minutes I call the video and hit the button for my recording software, and here it was off and not turned on. So I pretty much played for 40 minutes without recording. Yeah, it's what's going to be nice about these couple of dirt roads here is we can get the AI splines on them. We've got a road coming up soon, I hope. Oh, I hear a car. Someone's might be home. Sound like a car in the driveway. I didn't think the house was going to be quiet very long. So the railroad silo you see in front of us coming up, I don't have. I just stuck it there as a placeholder, so I don't have any of that done yet. But we're going to put another farm there for multiplayer. So there'll be like 5 of those railroad silos scattered throughout the map. Hey, I think I see the road. I still have to go back and do some decorating back on the other island where the hotel sell point's going to be. Yeah, we'll just run this straight out. GOISTI74, hello, how are you? Hope all is well today. Pretty boring stuff today. I do apologize ahead of time. It's going to be nothing but fields and grass today. turn off. Alright, let's get this run out to the road. Alright. Something like that. Like I said, we'll finish this area up another day, because we won't get it done today. I want to get these field markers in next. Don't mind these little floaty guys in the map. They're going to move. They're just old water triggers I haven't moved yet. Alright, let me do a save. My name is Steve. Hello, Steve. I'm probably not going to remember that, especially because I'm terrible with names, but that happens to be my first name. And spelled with a V, so you got it spelled the right way. Alright, now let's get, so where did we leave off with fields? Let's get those markers in. So gameplay, let's get this off of terrain details. That's when I get the most crashes. Let's change it back to meadow. And then fields. Let's do this. Let's go scripts, map, toggle. Let's toggle our fields on if it doesn't crash, and it did not crash. So where did we leave off? We left off with field 28. So this little one over here is going to be field 29. So let's take 28. Hungarian. Well, thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. I am going to duplicate that. We're going to call it number 29. And now let's get it pulled over here. And this will be 29. Alright, corner 1. Come out a little bit further. There we go. Corner 2 will be up here. Sort of set that in place. Let's get corner 3 set. Corner 3 will go about here. Alright, let's go back and take another peek at 2. Do I need to pull it back a little bit? That looks pretty good. Let's make sure this corner is lined up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, and then the map indicator. We'll go right in the center. Alright, so that's going to be 29. Let's go, I guess we'll number our way back. So let me duplicate that one. And we'll call it 30. And then we'll pull it over and down. Over to this corner. This is going to be a massive field. Alright, and let's get these. Alright, corner 1 is good. Corner 2. We're going to have to come straight back. corner 2 will go here. Now corner 3 I'm going to have to put over here and then drag back. Or I'm not going to get a straight line. So corner 3 for now will go like here, and then we'll pull it straight back. It'll make sense in a minute. Like so. And we'll get another little square for that bump out in the field. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to take this and duplicate it. And it's going to become corner 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3. And we'll take this corner and we'll pull it over here. And we could do a little bit of an overlap. So that'll go about there. And then we got to pull corner 2 back. So corner 2. Oh, I'm going to have to scroll out to grab it. We'll pull back to here. Get it lined up with this one. About there for now. And then corner 3. Can go here. See if this corner's nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's get the indicator in this center. Throw it about there. Alright, so that's going to be number 30. So I will duplicate that again. We'll call it 31. We'll pull this one over. And now, since this is a square field, we can get rid of this corner 2. So we can delete that out. Corner 1, I'm just going to pull it back a little bit. And then corner 2 should be lined up. Yeah, that's lined up pretty good, and we're just corner 2. Let's pull it out a little bit. And then corner 3, we could just pull out a little bit further. About there. Alright. Let's make sure the indicator's in the center. Drop her there. Alright, so that would be 31. This massive field's going to be 32. Which one do I want to grab? Let's grab this one. Let's duplicate that. We'll make it 32. And we'll pull it back this way. Oh, it's got to go to this corner. Oh, my bad. Now we can get all lined up. Alright, so corner 1 looks good. Where does corner 2 fall? Too far back. So corner 2, we'll just pull forward. About there for now. And we'll grab corner 3. It's got to go way over here. Yeah, this field's massive. I probably went overboard with this field. It's going to be like a $10 million property. Let's go back and check on, I don't want to go under the map, let's go back check on corner 2. I probably should split this field in half. This will be one of those fields that you're going to want to do a mission on. Take the contract, make some money, but you're probably going to have like 2 harvesters going. Yeah, it's going to take me a couple more days to finish this section of the map because I got some stuff I want to put in here. I want to get some boats in. I'm going to do some terraforming over here, change this corner up a little bit, or this corner over here. I want to get some terraforming done into the water. I want to get some, like a boat launch and some boats in. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I want to get a sell point in also. So you're going to go in the center. Alright, now back here. So we're going to put in, this will be 33 and 34. But I think I'm going to pull one of these other smaller fields down. Alright, what number is this one back here? Alright, so that's probably like 18. Nope. 19. 20. Okay, so that's field 20. So let's duplicate field 20, which is that one. And we'll call it 33. And we'll pull this down all the way down here. Oh, I really hope my microphone's not picking up his TV, because it'll copyright strike when it goes to YouTube. Alright. Just get her close. Alright, let's grab corner 1. That looks good. Corner 2 has to come over here. Somewhere in there. And then corner 3. We'll go over here. And that actually looks pretty good. So let's get this in, sort of in the center, right about there. Alright, so that's going to be 33. So let's duplicate that again. We'll make it 34. And we're going to have to fly down here and move it. Alright, corner 1 looks pretty good. Corner 2, it's not that far off. Just pull it back a little bit. And then corner 3 we'll have to pull back a little bit. And I'll probably just come back a hair. Alright. We don't want to fly off the edge of the map. So I'm leaving a bit of grass here, so if you want to build your own farm back here, you can. And let's make sure that map indicators, yeah, it's about center. Alright. So let me do a quick save. And we'll turn the field markers off. Alright, so let me just come down here and click, and we'll go scripts, map. Let's toggle them back off. Alright, perfect. So we add our field markers in. Now it's going to be grass, grass. Unfortunately, grass and more grass. Let's start along the edge of the field. Alright, what are we on? Square or round? Let's change that to square. Meadow, harvest ready, limit to grass. And a couple hours of painting grass. I'm sorry, it does not make for good viewing, but it's got to get done. Doesn't have to be perfect. But today's probably the only day I'll get to work on this map. I'm not going to get any work done on it tomorrow. I already have an obligation tomorrow. Nice obligation. I get to go sign my new lease and be closer to where I'm working. So right now I have an hour drive each way. and that's going to cut it down to a 20-minute drive each way. So I'll be tied up. So it's about an hour and a half from where I'm staying to go sign the lease, and then another hour and a half home. So I will not be on tomorrow. Probably won't get any work done on the map tomorrow. Unless I can get home relatively early and get an evening stream in. But I am back to work on Monday though. But I won't be in the new place yet because Monday I have to get the electric changed over. I've got to call and get the internet hooked up. So I'm not going to move until the electric's taken care of and the internet's on. And then I'll move from where I am over to the new place. But when I'm at the new place, since I'm only 20 minutes from work, it's going to give me an extra 2 hours a day. Oh, come on, turn on. So I'll have an extra 2 hours a day, so I'll be able to spend that either live streaming more often or, well, definitely working on getting this map done. I'm hoping I can live stream more often once I'm in the new place. So I'll be home from work at 2:30 in the afternoon. So there'll probably be I'll probably the week I move or the weekend I move is whether it's during the week this week after work or next weekend. I don't anticipate getting anything done on this map, unfortunately, until I am officially moved into the new place. I don't care about being unpacked. I can live out of boxes for a week or two. Just getting everything there. Alright, I can come. I don't know how much room I'm going to have between these fields. So we'll just go with a small swath along here for now. Because we'll probably get 2 more fields along here. So I've been playing a little bit of FS19 off camera, because I'm still not a fan of 22. I don't play any 22 off camera other than, well, I don't play any 22 off camera, period. The only 22 I play is for my YouTube series. I'd much rather 19. It's only because I hate the factory script for 22. I don't like the factories just auto-distributing to the next factory. And I haven't found a way to override it in the XML yet to manually spawn out pallets and don't have the stuff auto-distribute. But I don't think it can be done the way the code is written. I have some, well, once we get up there to that farm barn, I have some more decorating to do. I want to get another water fill trigger put in. And I can only do so much of this too before my hands start to go numb, because I have carpal tunnel in both hands. Just haven't had the surgery done yet. Yeah, I'll get the grass painted in around all these fields, and then we'll get the farmlands painted in. It's easier to put the farmlands in before I put the trees in. If we get a little bit of grass on the field, it doesn't matter because it won't render into the game. The crop that goes in the field will overwrite it. I just don't like underpainting along the field. Yes, I'm hoping I can get when I'm at this when I go to sign a lease on Sunday. I'm going to make sure the cable wires won't run into the new house to the new place. And then if it is, as long as the cables ran in from the street all the way into the house, then I can just go to Xfinity Monday on my way home from work and pick up the router and all the equipment, and I can install it myself Tuesday after work and then call them and get it activated. And if that's the case, then I'll just move a little bit each night after work. My least favorite chore of map making. Now we get to go back this way. Oh, I have to underpaint those trees before we put the grass along there. Yeah, so I was taking care of stuff with the apartment yesterday, and I never did make it up towards my mom's house and to my mom's house. I'll pop in and say hello, but we had like an unofficial class reunion Friday night, and I just couldn't make it up there. So a lot of us, unfortunately, are starting to die off. There's probably at least, out of our graduating class, there's at least 10 that I know of that have already passed. It's just the timing was bad this week. So I had to stop at the bank and take care of money orders and stuff for the lease. And where the reunion was in my mom's house, that's a 2.5 hour drive. And with the price of gas, I just said the heck with it. I'll try and catch the next one. Hoping to have another one before winter, because I don't want to drive up there in the winter. They usually pick like a local restaurant or a local like winery or a local pub to meet in. They've been having them like every couple of months. Alright, let me do another save. Get the hand off the mouse for a couple seconds because it is already numb. So I don't know how much painting I'm going to get done today. Well, grass painting I'm going to get done today. Yeah, I got to see about bringing the boat splines into the map. Maybe next time we stream we'll work on some boat splines and some AI splines. Just take a break from getting fields put in. But unfortunately today it's all fields and grass. Let's go up this side or down this side, whatever which way you want to call it. But every hour we spend working in the map is an hour closer to getting done. So I try and spend an hour a night on it. Much more time next week. And I won't have to worry about anybody else's schedule. I'll be on my own schedule. So right now I'm staying with a buddy, his wife, and their noisy 8-year-old. Now once I get to that other section, the map I haven't been on yet, the last 25%, I still have to underpaint all the railroad tracks, and that's about an hour and a half job but it's the last section of tracks and roads that have to be underpainted. Let me take some of that off the field. Oh, I think he likes to hear himself make noise. Oh, I guess I was that way at his age. Alright. Let me get this edge done, and we don't have to be neat. We can paint it in a little bit quicker. That wasn't too bad, I hope. We still got lots to go, but I hope that wasn't too bad. So let's just work our way. Now we can go a little bit bigger. Work our way back this way. Back towards this farm and railroad silo. Now, before I can go along the mountain, I gotta underpaint the trees. And then we can finish up the grass. Let me do another save. Oh man, the hands are really bad today. Try moving my mouse and keyboard a little bit. So let's go to our round brush. Let's come down here and we're going to go with ground foliage. And I believe we were doing the maple leaves. And we're going to limit it to forest ground. I think it was the maple leaves. Yeah, it's the maple leaves. I gotta get them on. I gotta get these painted all the way around. This way, when we put the grass in, it'll already be done. up to here. Where does it stop? About here. All right. Oh, missed a little bit right there. But this should take us down to this corner. And we might as well take it all the way out to the road because we're going to be working this area next anyway. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Alright, where'd I leave off? Right about here. Should have a road and a tunnel coming up here real soon. There we go. That should be... we miss anything? No, we're good. Alright, now we can finish the grass along that field. Alright, so let's go back to meadow, harvest ready, limit to... not gravel, limit to grass. Alright, now we can go a little bit quicker getting this in. Oh. Hate it when my mouse slips like that. So yeah, almost all the placeables are in the map, which is good. They're really time consuming. Alright. Now we just need to fill this meadow in. rest of this done. Alright, almost there. Alright, miss anything? No, alright, that looks good. Alright, so let's come over here. And let's get, well, before I paint around the barn and the silo, let me take my speed down a little bit. And let me get my brush set up. Alright, we are going to go with Deco Foliage. Not that one. Small Rumex. And then I take my brush down just a little bit wider than the railroad tracks, about there. And we get the weeds on both sides of the tracks at the same time. And I'll just take this out. Take that out. We still have the railroad crossing gates to put in. But I'm going to have to run this down along the tracks, so I get my weeds in. Get these in before we put the trees in. These don't have to be perfect, as long as I get some weeds along the tracks. Turn my speed back up a little bit. There we go. Gives that extra layer of depth when you're in game. All his glory. Hey, bud. Sorry I didn't see you pop in there. How have you been? It's been absolutely crazy. But I finally found, so I moved back here in April. I had a job like the week I moved back. And apartments, the job market's great. The rental market, the apartment market right now is like brutal. Everybody has waiting lists. Everybody's like 2 to 3 months out. Everybody wants a $25 fucking application fee. So if you want to get your name on like 10 different lists on 10 different apartment complexes, they all want application fees. But I finally found a place to rent. Right, 'cause right now I'm driving. I'm staying with a buddy, and his wife and their son. But I leave the house at 4:20 a.m. So there's no traffic on the road. It takes me an hour to get to work. And with traffic coming home, it takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half to get home. But I finally found a place 20 minutes from where I work. So I get to go sign the lease on that tomorrow, which is going to be awesome, which means I'll have 2 hours of my life back a day that I don't have to spend in the car, especially with the price of gas and turnpike tolls. So I'll sign the lease tomorrow. Monday I got to call and get the electric put in my name. And then I got to deal with Comcast, I guess Xfinity for the internet. So I got to deal with that this week, but hopefully by next weekend I'll be completely on my own, which is really awesome because I work 6 to 2 a straight 8. So I'll be home by 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'll have more time for farm sim stuff, Twitch stuff, YouTube stuff. Yeah, it is great. It's going to be awesome. Be by myself in the middle of the country. It's actually near Lancaster, near all the Amish farms. So I'm going to be near all the Amish farm stands and farm markets. Oh, let me back that up. And let's do that again. So yeah, the road that I live on is right behind a couple of Amish farms, so it's super quiet. So definitely more time for. I'll be able to get my daily video recorded by 3 o'clock. By 4 o'clock, it should be edited, rendered, and uploaded, and I have time to live stream at night. But if you haven't seen this map yet, it is a massive, massive, massive 16x map. It's going to have a bunch of production built in with just a mega massive fields. Alright, let's take this around the corner for now, because we don't have that done yet. So that gets the weeds and bushy bits in. Let's fly back down here. Take my speed back up. Alright, so now we can come over here before I get the trees in. Let me take my speed back down. And now we can finally get some weeds and bushy bits and stuff in. Alright, so decal foliage. What does this one look like? Okay, do not limit to grass. There we go. Alright, I can live with this one. So get some weeds and bushy bits and stuff in. So how have you been? I know I haven't been able to catch anybody on live streams. I haven't been able to pop into anybody's streams lately because until I get into my own place, I just haven't had the time. Because I'm leaving the house right now. I'm leaving the house at like 4:20, 4:25 in the morning. I'm not getting home till 3:30, 3:15, 3:30 in the afternoon, which gives me just enough time to get one video recorded, edited, rendered, and updated. So I really haven't had time for much of anybody's live streams. I do apologize for that. Trying to get over this mess right now. Boy, it's rough. About 2 hours gameplay a day is all I can stand. Yeah, with working full time right now, I just don't have the time. Hopefully, pretty soon I get my doctors to get their shit together. Alright. So I don't think... Oh, well, we're going to get some trees and stuff in here, but I don't think I'm going to do... Yeah, let's get some other weeds and bushy bits, but let's change this up a little bit. Let's go back to this guy. And we'll get some weeds and stuff in here. So this property, again, you can sell off in game, but I put this in mainly for multiplayer. So this whole farm could be sold off and you can build your own back here. This is pretty far away from the main farmyard. Main farmyard is, again, 16x map, so the main farmyard is right over in this area here where those red spline markers are. Sun caught COVID, I think that's what, yeah, it's brutal. I've had it. I think almost everybody's had it at this point. Even if you didn't have it, you probably had a mild case of it. Alright, let's get some. go with the bigger Rumex under these tires. And then on this side, yeah. Throw some along here. And then let me go back to that smaller one. Alright, that should, other than the trees, that should be this on the right side of the railroad tracks done. Let me do a quick save. I want to get this farmland painted in, and I want to get this. I got to spawn the triggers in for the railroad silo, and we got to spawn this farm in as a placeable. Yeah, I don't have that XML work done yet. Alright, so where did we leave off with farmlands? Alright, I'm calling this the Horse Ranch, but that's just my personal placeholder where I know where it is. Let's turn this on. So this will be farmland number 45. So let me go back to, are we on square or are we on round? Let's go back to square. So this will be number 45. And we'll take it up to the tracks and up to the road. So if you want your own farm in multiplayer, you can buy this area. I'm going to do a little area to get you started on. And for now, I'm going to take it over the tracks, and then we'll paint it back when we get the next section done. Get it along the mountain. How far back do we want to take this? I think I want to. Do I want to split this in two so it's more affordable if you're just starting out? No, let's just take it back to the. Crap. Don't matter. I hate when my mouse freezes like that, but we're going to paint that over that anyway. So let's bring this farmland back to here, somewhere about here. This will work. Hopefully this won't be too expensive starting area, if you choose to use it. Alright, so that's going to be that area. Now, what number were these fields? 33 and 34, I think. Yeah, so that's field 34 on the back end. Alright, so field 34. And let's turn that one on. It's going to be number 46. And then we'll run it. about halfway between the fields. And we'll come straight back. Miss that little square right there. And back along the mountain. I'm going to have to run this straight down. Yes, you're going to be playing on this map. Get your massive equipment ready, your large equipment ready. You're going to need it. Because these fields are not small and these fields are not cheap. I think I can go bigger square now. You know I have the right size. I know you have the right size. You're going to need it on this map. Went a little bit too far, but I can fix that when we come back down. Yeah, let me get these two farmlands painted in. To get the trees in real quick, which won't take long. And then we'll jump in game real quick. I'll show you what it looks like so far. So I'll get this area finished before we jump back in game. I don't have the main farmyard split up, divided up yet. I don't have Center Mountain divided up yet into farmlands. I didn't get that far. I've been dividing the fields up as I go, but I don't have the main Center Mountain done yet, and I don't have the main farmyard split up into farmlands yet. So that is field 34. This one should be field 33. It is. Alright. So this is going to be field 33. Turn that one on. So this will be number 47. And let me spin my camera back around for a minute. Now, I don't know how far to the other side I'm going to go yet. So I'm going to overpaint to my left, and we can fix it once we put these fields in. Oh, too far. Yeah, so I'm going to overpaint a little bit, and we'll fix it coming back. It should be even with the tracks, yeah. I don't, like I said, I don't mind overpainting it for now. Because we're just going to go even with the tracks eventually. Yeah, I just wanted I like the Western Australia map just because it has massive fields, and that's pretty much what I wanted for this map. So I'm going to have to learn how to use Courseplay. So I haven't used it since FS17. I believe you're going to probably need it on this map. Back my camera up a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to have to come over here and get some nice tight lines. Dragon Mike 087. Hi, is that snow cover? This is the farmland where this is where you tell the map where to break the farmland up when you're building a map. So all these different colors, let me spin my camera around and zoom out. So the map is only about 55 to 60% done. So let me zoom all the way out so you can get a good view of the map so far. So I started with Center Mountain, and Center Mountain has all the mining, all the sell points, the home farm, and then this section up here has a bunch of factories built in. But everything you see, all the different colors are the different farmlands that you purchase in-game. So I'm just splitting up the two new fields I just built. I'm outlining the farmlands that you buy when you get in-game. Alright, so that's done. So let me turn this off so I don't accidentally paint something. And then let me do a quick save. So I'm going to get, once this saves, I'm going to get the trees in on this side, the railroad trigger in on this side, and spawn this farmhouse in. And then I'll go in game and I'll show you what we have done, what we've got done so far. Because I've got a couple more hours of grass painting to do, unfortunately, which is super boring. Alright, let me grab, what do I want to grab? Alright, let me come up here. Let me grab this guy. And this is my train trees. So I'm going to duplicate that for a minute. And we're going to drag her down. And I'm going to start them over here though. I guess I could bring them back. I could take 1 or 2 trees out. Start it about there. Is your map going to be for console? Unfortunately not. It's a 16 times map. It's way too big for console. And it has multi-fruit in it. It has onion, carrot, red cabbage, millet, rice. We'll go in game, I'll show you all the multi-fruits. There's like 7 or 8 multi-fruits. Hemp, tobacco, I think. Don't hold me to that. We'll look at the extra fruits once we go in game. But no, unfortunately, it's too big for console. Alright, now I'm going to leave it here for now. I'm going to take a couple trees off of this, so I'm going to renumber it so I know it's really small. And then I'll figure out, yeah, so I'm going to take, because I'm not sure what I'm going to put between the fields to my right yet, past the railroad tracks. So let me get that one taken out. Let me get this one moved in a little bit, off the road. Alright. So that's going to be my trees along the tracks. I want to get some trees between the fields. So let me come back over here. And I should have some field trees right here. Let me duplicate that and bring this over. And I'm going to start this guy about here. And pull this guy all the way down. Alright, bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to get this sweatshirt off because my cord is rubbing up against the zipper and it's driving me nuts. I'm sure y'all can all hear it. Alright. So let's line it up with that tree. We'll pull it down a little bit. Alright, and then alright, I'm going to add some. Do I want to just pull another one down and then take the? Yeah, let's do it. It's going to be quicker that way. Let me duplicate that. We'll pull this guy back down about there, and then I'll take some off the end. So I'm going to call this short. So I know it's not as long as my other one. And we'll take some trees off the end. the ones that are off the map. That one can come off, that one, that one, that one. Alright, that looks good. So that's those trees done. Now let me get a couple trees up here around the farmyard. Alright, so that's my tree on that side of the road. What's my tree on the other side of the road? So I need to pull a tree all the way back. So which tree am I using on the other side of the road? This one. Yeah, just bear with me a minute. I still have the bridge to put in. Alright, which way are you facing? You need to go this way. Minus 90. And you're going to be about that far off the road. Crap, is that the same tree? It is the same tree. It's not what I wanted. How did I end up with the same tree? I usually use two different trees. Where did I get my trees wrong? That's okay, so they change up here. So I have the wrong tree on this side of the road. Alright, so we'll just grab this tree instead. Come on, give me the tree. So trees will be, we'll have different trees on one side of the river than the other side of the river. It's all good. I'm not going to change all those trees out. Let's pull this one back. Alright, so let me delete this guy. And we're going to use this guy. And he's going to face this way. Minus 90. And then he's going to be about, yeah, that far off the road. And I try and line them up opposite each other. Coming back down. Oh, that's going to be too big over there. Put you over here. We'll get a smaller tree for right there in front of the house. Now, is that... no, that'll work. Alright. Let me grab... let me come all the way up here. Alright, I want to grab... So, let me grab a smaller tree for in front of the house. I'm going to get it lined up with these guys. So it's not blocking the view too much. And now I'm going to get some other random trees to put in here. So let's create a little bit of a barrier around this house. Just something like so. And I'm going to grab a... Do I have a willow? I should have a willow somewhere. right there. Let's grab this willow. Let me duplicate that. Bring a willow over. And you know what? Let me grab another one. Put it about there. Alright, now that's going to finish this area up. Alright, this guy we have to spawn in as a placeable. So, let me go to, let me grab, this is my other map. This is my Ritchie's Creek map. I want to grab and I want to open up an XML file for a second. Where's my placeables? Right there. I want to grab, where is it? This guy. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it into this guy. Do I want to put it down? No, I want to put it down. Wait a while. I'll put it right there. That's fine. And we just have to get the X, Y, and Z positions in. So let me grab this coordinate, and it has to go here. And then it's going to be this coordinate has to go here. And then this coordinate has to go here. And then it's 0, 0, 0. So let me change that to 0. Alright, let's save that. Now I got to register the XML. So it is the horse ranch area under placeable. So I got to go to mod description. Let me copy this. Paste it in. So it is going to be placeables. What was the name of my XML? Let me open up that XML real quick so I get the name correct. 16x placeables. Horse ranch area with a capital R and a capital A. Oh, capital R. Let me save that. Let me copy this, because I have to register it under the store items. Doesn't matter where I put it. Let me put it up here by the animal pens. So that's going to register that as a store item. So let me save that. So that should be, so this should now spawn in as a placeable. So let me delete that out. And then there's one other thing I have to do first. Let me open up the horse ranch area here. So I've got to make it 0, 0, 0 or it won't spawn in properly. So this has to go to 0, 0, and 0, and then let me save it and close it. Alright, so that should now spawn in properly. So the only other thing I have to get working back here is another railroad silo. So let's do our XML first, and then we'll bring the silo in. So let me grab this guy, copy it, paste it. It's going to be railroad silo 03. And then let me copy this guy, go to mod description. Why did I not register my second railroad silo? Let me go back to my mod description. Nope. Where was I? Store items. Alright, let me grab the railroad silo 2 and 3. So I didn't ever tested that other railroad silo yet. That's why it's wrong. Let me come down here. So this is going to give me railroad silo number 2 and railroad silo number 3. Let me save that. Then I have to go to placeables, railroad. I got to take railroad silo 02, copy it, paste it in, rename it, railroad silo 03. And then it's going to become railroad silo 03, railroad silo 03. And then it's I3D is going to copy 01. I'm not changing the I3D. So let me save that. So now I need to spawn in. So file, import. I need to import in railroad silo 01. This is going to be my triggers. So edit interactive placement. Bam. And let's get our triggers lined up. Oh, I need a train unloading pit as well. But let's get this guy lined up. I gotta get a unloading pit back here. And then triggers. Let me take my speed down a little bit. Alright, so the triggers in here should be lined up. How's this trigger over here? I got to come out a little bit more this way. Right about there. Does that line up with this train car? Yeah, that should line up with the train car. Alright, let me grab an unloading pit real quick. Let me duplicate that. And let me bring it over here. And we'll get this guy in place. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Let me pull it back. And then that should, our trigger now should fall right on top of that. It does. You can ignore the second trigger. You're not even going to know it's in there in game. I think this trigger's lined up properly. Alright, so let's go back to placeables. Let me copy this one, paste it in. So this is going to be railroad silo 03. The XML it's going to read is railroad silo 03. And then we have to get our X, Y, and Z in. So let me grab this. Has to go here. Height is going to stay the same at 88. Let me copy that. And we'll paste it in here. And then we are 0, 0, and 0. So 0, 0, 0 on the rotation. So let me save that. So this trigger should now spawn in as a placeable. So we can delete that out of the map. And then we can save it. And then we'll see, we'll jump in game and we'll see if the railroad trigger's spawning in, and we'll see if this secondary farm is going to spawn in. Just check my phone real quick, make sure I have no messages. Alright, quiet so far. Alright, let's go to Farm Sim 22. Let's grab a new save. 16x blank map, which I don't have. We have a name picked out, but I don't have the pictures done yet. Graphics aren't done yet. We're not going to reveal the name till it's close to being released. Now it is a 16x map and it has about 30 placeables, 35 placeables built into it. So it does take a minute to load the first time. Alright, let's jump in here. We'll confirm it. Right now the spawn-in point is at the vehicle shop. I don't have a lot of the parked cars in yet. The map is only temporary, but let's grab ourselves a pickup truck. What color are we going with today? Let's go with blue today. And let's head back to the new section we're working on. So this corner over here, the map, is the last corner. This is the last section of the map I have to work on. So none of this is done yet over here. But I have the vehicle shop is in. Some of the parked cars are in. All of the parked cars are not in yet. And then we'll have this gas trigger's working. So we should be able to get a trigger there to refuel. I do. The animal dealer is in and working, so this is working, your animal dealer. I still got to get some animals in the map yet. I have some static cows and pigs and sheep to bring in. So that'll be a sell point. This will be sell point for lumber and wood chips. I don't have the triggers in yet. And then the grocery store will be a sell point. This grass goes with the BGA. So this metal will go with the BGA. If you like doing silage, you can get a big silage operation going. This BGA has 5 big bunkers. So this is in and working. So there's 5 big bunkers here. And some parking. So that's in and working. Working scale. This should be working as well. Yep, so you got your working scale if you want to do realistic gameplay. And then we have a small town. I don't have the pedestrian spline in yet. The parked cars are not in yet. But there's going to be a bunch of sell points along here. This gas trigger I don't think I have in yet. I don't, so I got to put that gas trigger in yet. But let's go back to the new section we were working on. And I'll show you what the map looks like so far. So all kind of sell points to my right. This is actually a little factory right here. This is the ice house where you make, or just the crayon factory. Is this the ice house or the crayon factory? This is the ice house. So that's where you'll make your ice cubes. Still have some parked cars to put there. But we are working all the way down here. show you all the extra crops as well. So let me get back here a minute. So I still have this bridge to put in. I don't like the road bridges. I may change them out. That's why I haven't put this bridge in yet. There are 2 working trains and they're not sell points. You can actually load the trains and then drive the product around the map. So I want to see if, okay, so I'm going to check to see if the railroad trigger spawned in. I want to see if this farm spawned in. The farm did spawn in. And then you should be able, you can sell this farm, off and build your own. If you don't like this little setup right here. And then let me grab, looks like these triggers spawned in. Let me grab my speed mod. Let me turn my speed mod on. And let me grab my store delivery mod. Let's grab a tractor. And let's grab just a small tipper just to test those triggers. This guy will work. Alright. So you should be able to transfer from truck to train or train to truck back here. So I'm just going to cheat in something, it doesn't matter what. Let's just cheat in some wheat just to test the triggers. And we'll see if we get an unload trigger. Nice. The trigger markers are here. Awesome. So this will take the wheat. And then let's drive back out if I don't hit the wall. And then we should be able to unload here. Or load back up here, I should say. Yep. Alright, so that trigger works. Let's dump this back off and see if the train triggers work. I'm not going to grab the train. That'll be a separate test. But I just want to see if it registers the train triggers. And then hopefully we won't get hit by the train. But I should get the triggers. I do. So we'll have this start filling. Oh, I'm going to have to adjust that up a little bit higher. Alright, and we should have the unload. We do. Awesome. So you can transfer from truck to train and train to truck. So those triggers are working. I just need to do a small adjustment. Alright. And then the map. Alright, so we have rye, millet, rice, carrot, clover, onion, red cabbage, hops, lavender, and hemp as the extra crops. And then this is what the map looks like so far. So everything in the center that's Mining Mountain. So it has all the mining products built in. The home farm is over here. And then we have a little placeable area over here. I don't have these farmlands split up yet over here. So This is, if I come over here, everything in blue is not done. Everything non-blue is finished. So some of the field prices are 1.2 million, 1 million, 1.1 million. So back here, field 33, 2 million, 1.9 million. Little extra farm back here if you want it, 589,000. 2.3 mil, 1.8 mil. Got a couple smaller fields over here to get you started. So not going to spend a lot of time driving around the map because I want to get more stuff done. Alright, so let me jump into the log, make sure we're still error free. The only errors I should have are a couple mods. Which I have to update. Warning. Those we can ignore. Farmhouse. Okay, that's a mod. And then it's telling me the maps aren't zipped, so that's, and then duplicate 110 entry, so that's a mod. So far the map is error free. So next order of business is for me to get grass painted around this monster field. But I've been out here about 2 hours. I'm going to get out of here. Throw you all on ending soon. Appreciate everybody stopping in today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. But catch y'all next stream.